Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly check-in. So this batch of weekly readings is kind of all about you really. Well, not really, but in each individual sign reading, I have been looking at the Virgo energy that's around us. We are still in your season because the sun is still in Virgo. We've got a new moon in Virgo, Friday the 15th of September. That will be at 2:39 a.m. British Summer Time. And we also have Mercury going direct in Virgo that same day, Friday the 15th, but in the evening. And your sign is also ruled by Mercury, isn't it, as well? So, yeah. So your sign, it's a sign of analysis. So we potentially at this period of time may be looking at what's not working in life, in our day-to-day especially, and what we can learn from that. We may be looking at how to make things more efficient, new strategies, new solutions, new choices. We could also be looking at our relationship with our resources and security and our day-to-day routines, and also where we give and where we support and how we are of service. So the books you can see here are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using today, and we are going to start off with the tarot cards and get a main theme for you. So your main theme may show us what's not working and what we can learn, or it may just give us an idea about new intentions that we can set for that new moon as well. So let's see what your theme is for the week. I need to make myself comfortable and try to avoid the candle. So far, I think 4 readings out of the ones I've recorded, the cards have hit the candle. They have a vendetta against the candle at present. So, yeah. So your main theme has flown across the room, and it is the Ace of Swords. Okay. So what is your energy? Wow, that flew, the Fool. And Strength, but it's in reverse. The first thing I'm getting, oh, it's gone. It's gone. It was there and it's gone. Yeah, the first thing I'm getting is there anything about any rigid sort of ideas or beliefs you may have, that you might be letting go of or need to let go of. That's a thought that's coming to mind straight away. And I know the Ace of Swords is about beliefs. The Fool is about taking a risk. Strength in reverse, I would say, I don't feel like it's weakness. I feel like it's more about letting go of any resistance, especially with that Fool. But anyway, any external energies that are impacting things for you. You have the 8 of Cups. So are you releasing or letting go of any rigid sort of beliefs or ideas or ideals? Potentially, let's look at your advice. 2 of Pentacles. That could be where you there are things that you're juggling and need to create more balance potentially. Let's get you some oracle cards. So let's get you a Angels and Ancestors card first of all. Just going to move that because I can see it's moved when one of the cards hit it. Well, you've got 2 that have decided they want to be on the floor. We have White Witch, Be the Light. I absolutely love that card. It's one that does come up quite a bit in some of the personal readings that I do, but I really love it. And then we have Lady, Enjoy Growth and Reap Rewards. That's very, very, very feminine energy. And I would go as far as to say divine feminine energy. So let's get you a Sacred Destiny card as well. If you are releasing any old beliefs, especially if they were rigid, that would definitely be, that would help with growth 100%, where you've got Enjoy Growth with that Lady card. And Be the Light, if you are someone who, I mean, Virgo is a mutable sign, so it's quite adaptable. If you are someone who's very much into growth and personal improvement, then you are kind of a beacon of light for others, aren't you, in a way, or a guiding light, or whatever you want to call it. Let's get you a Sacred Destiny card. That was really fast. Wonders. And you know what? I never know what the hell that means. But Let's get you one more. I may have to read that Wonders card. I haven't read any of these cards, the Sacred Destiny cards, for anyone else, but that one always kind of baffles me. So I think I will read it for you. And you have truth. Oh God, you're like the 4th sign to get truth in a row, I think. Wow. I mean, the Ace of Swords is truth. But yeah, that's quite shocking that it's coming out so much. Let me have a quick look at that Wonders card, because as I say, I'm always baffled by it, to be frank. So no matter how many times it comes up. So it says, wisdom, depths of the sea. The surface of the sea can be choppy and turbulent, but when we sink down into the depths, this is the wrong one. I'm reading wisdom, not wonders. That helps, doesn't it? Just bear with me a minute. Right, wonders, quartz crystal. And I actually have a quartz crystal somewhere in the room. I don't know where it is at the minute though. Although that doesn't look like quartz, it looks more like amethyst or something, doesn't it? Being purple, but whatever. Natural rock crystals, clear, amethyst, citrine, rose and smoky, and here's amethyst there, were all revered in ancient times. The Aborigines of Australia called it Mabon, which was the material through which their shamans and elders gained their magical powers. The Egyptians believed quartz had mystical healing abilities and would bury their dead with a piece of crystal on their forehead. The Greeks and Romans believed crystals were solid ice that had been formed by the gods and thus had mystical powers. Even to present day, people believe that crystals can help manifest their intentions. Perhaps that is because of the, oh God, here, this word, piezoelectric qualities of quartz. I've never heard that word in my life, so hopefully I've pronounced it correctly. The reason why quartz can amplify radio signals, I think quartz is in the electronics or something of radios, isn't it? There are some places in the world where it's not uncommon to find crystals on the surface of the land. These are especially powerful because they have found you in their natural setting. Right, the sacred landscape wants you to know, just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open if you believe anything. That's my alarm going off. Be open if you believe anything and everything is possible. So first of all, you may want to include some crystals. You might be trying to manifest something and have intentions, and you may want to use crystals. And the ones mentioned here were clear, so clear quartz, amethyst, citrine, rose and smoky quartz might particularly be useful for you at this time. In terms of that message, I did mention at the beginning something about letting go of old beliefs. I don't know if I used the word limiting, but this word limiting was in this message. So that might be part of what's happening here. Again, is letting go of any limiting beliefs and needing to be more open to like the magical, the mystical, the things that seem impossible, maybe. Let's clarify your card. So let's start off with the Ace of Swords. Get some clarification on that. Why is that here as a main theme in terms of what's not working or intentions that need to be set for Virgo? That is too many. I don't trust that. It kind of just slipped out of my hand. So you've got 10 of Pentacles there. But yeah, it just kind of slipped out. It wasn't, it didn't fall out properly. Justice. I mean, I'll take justice. I think that's right. 7 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Is that it? No, one more. Wheel of Fortune. I still feel like there's something about your beliefs that are changing. 7 of Cups can be about dreams, as in dreams when we're sleeping, or dreams like wishes type dreams. It can also be about confusion as well. Justice can be to do with fairness. There may be something you're considering here as a truth about what's fair, what's not fair. Queen of Pentacles is about value, what she values, valuing herself. Two of Cups is matching cups. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune as something to do with change. So in terms of beliefs, you've got a lot going on here, to be honest. There could be an element to do with relationships here. Not just romantic, but what you feel is fair in relationships. Are there any illusions? It's not really giving me like a specific, like if I was to say, is there any rigid belief that you have or rigid truth that you have? I'm not sure what it would be specifically. As I say, it could be around potentially relationships and your values when it comes to relationships. But it's not specific. It's looking like something to do with fairness, balance. Maybe you have certain or have had certain expectations of what it, in terms of your values. And how relationships have to work. You may have certain expectations with that, and you've had to, maybe they were a little bit too strict, if that's the right word, and you've had to loosen up a little bit and share more potentially with that Two of Cups, because that's where you share your cup, open up a little bit more. Or maybe your expectations of people were too high. I mean, Virgo can be known as a perfectionist. That's a possibility. It's not really clear, if I'm being honest with you. But something's changed here with that Wheel of Fortune. And again, I'm saying beliefs and to do with values, could be in relationships. And if it's not relationships, then it's whatever it is that matches your energy, your emotions, your cup. So if it's to do with the values in things that you want to match your energy, maybe you're a little bit rigid and you potentially need to loosen up a bit. Maybe you realize that now, because you've got the Fool there as your energy. So that's to me, that's like a freer energy. Let's clarify the Fool, see if it can make more sense of this. Maybe you're someone who doesn't like to share what you know. For whatever reason, maybe you think people will steal your ideas and you need to trust people a little bit more, and that's part of the opening up process. You've got Strength and the Magician. You got this first, which was the Queen of Wands. Judgment, and I'll get one more after that. Struggling to come out. Are you struggling to come out or say something or do something? Right, you've got the King and Queen of Wands there, and the Empress in reverse. Is there something here where you, in terms of your beliefs, you feel like people won't sort of see you as you want to be seen, or value you as you want to be valued? Because you've got the Queen of Wands, King of Wands there. So I'm wondering if that's something. And it's funny how you've got Strength in reverse there, which I said was potentially letting go of old beliefs or some kind of old ways. Your readings, I'm finding it slightly confusing, I'll be honest with you. I definitely feel it's around beliefs. I'm just not sure how. I mean, this Strength card, she is quite liberated, isn't she? Everybody's got a wand in their hands. I noticed that in, I think it was the Capricorn reading, apart from the Empress and the Judgment card, everybody's got a wand in their hands. So that to me is like signifying standing up for yourself or what you want. This one's a lot freer. Like the person's naked, they're vulnerable, and I think strength can be associated in a really weird way with vulnerability as well. The strength card, the Fool is 100% vulnerable. Maybe you are needing to make yourself more vulnerable and open. The King and Queen of Wands are very open. Let's have a look here again. Maybe previously you've been a little bit concerned about opening up and sharing too much of yourself for whatever reason. It's not showing me why here. Maybe you don't get treated very well when you open up too much or share too much of yourself, potentially. But now's the time where you're coming into a period of like, what the hell, I don't care, I'm just going to let it all hang out. Not literally, but well, literally in this card, but not literally. And it's like a new you in a kind of way, although I don't know why the Empress is in reverse. Let me clarify that a bit more. Maybe, okay, so the lady is kind of the Empress as well. I have a thought on that, but let me clarify actually. Yeah, because the Empress sometimes can be someone who's considered to be, well, she is nurturing, but people can say she's too generous at times. Have you been too generous at points in your life, and then you felt that people haven't valued you or seen you as you want to be seen? So now it's like a second opportunity to open up and start to give again, and be the light for people, shine the light, be the light, whatever it is, and just basically open up. The Magician here next to strength is definitely, I'd say it's about courage and confidence. I mean, here with the Fool, for me, that is about releasing old, being more free, being more liberated. And I mean, this, as I say, this one on its own is about liberation here. I don't know why one in reverse is different from here, but it's both liberation to me and the Magician confidence. So you probably are opening up a little bit more. Maybe in your day-to-day life you've been kind of, I wouldn't say shy, but just kind of kept to yourself, got on with the day-to-day maybe, and it's like maybe you've had an epiphany. It's like an epiphany, and it's like, you know what, I need to kind of just open up a bit more, maybe be a little bit more free, be a little bit less it's not that you want to be less protective of yourself, because you still want to protect yourself, but it's okay to give and to open up. And then obviously you set your boundaries. I mean, Nine of Wands can be about boundaries, can't it? Maybe you've learned about boundaries, and that's why you're able to open up again. So we'll leave that there. That's your energy, but there's definitely a sense of freedom and liberation and just openness with this. The Eight of Cups, that's an external energy or surrounding energy. So I don't feel like that's a person. I feel that's the energy around you of leaving something behind. Old feelings behind, old beliefs behind. You've got the High Priestess there, the Tower there. I feel like you've probably you're listening to your intuition more on something, and it's probably changed everything for you. Or unless there's been a situation that's caused you to change your beliefs. But let's get a little bit more on that. So there could be a situation that's happened, because the Four of Cups here looks more like contemplation, something that's made you change your beliefs. Anything else? You may have kept a lot to yourself before. Knight of Pentacles, so that's your card, Virgo. That's openness. The Eight of Wands is, you may have been very, it's the same as what I was saying before, but I don't know how to explain it, like very methodical, very professional. What's the word? I can't think of the word. It's where it's not reserved. Prim. I don't even know if the word is prim, but like you keep people at a distance and everything is just on a professional level, and there are just certain rules in how you interact with people, but you may have let some of those rules go so that you can be freer. I'll get one more after that, but I don't think it's going to bring anything different to the reading. And if you haven't already done this, I would say it's probably something that you, oh my God, this is interesting now. It's something that you need to do. I was talking about vulnerability and freedom, and you get the world, which is basically a naked person. This, to me, that does look like freedom. I think it is about being more free and more open, where I can't think of the right word. It's not reserved and it's not prim, but it's along those lines. But basically it's the opposite of where you're very open and free, if that makes sense. So I think you've left some of that that whatever it is behind that may have kept you kind of held back, or whatever it is, or kept you to yourself, or just restricted the way you are with people potentially, and the way you connect with people. Right, Two of Pentacles is your advice. I would say that's about having the balance. Like if you've been taken advantage of in the past and you were too nurturing, you definitely need to have a balance of the being nurturing, generous and open, and protecting yourself for a start. But let's see. Yeah, Five of Swords and Eight of Swords. So Five of Swords is where people can take advantage of you. It can be a card of defeat, winning at all costs, arrogance, just people mistreating you. Eight of Swords, it's where you're restricted, but it can also be self-restriction as well. Let's see what else comes up. So again, I still feel like it's finding the balance between protecting yourself. Yeah, this Nine of Pentacles, for me, the Nine of Pentacles, people can talk about being in a comfort zone. I think it's coming out of your comfort zone, and you need to have the balance, though, of still protecting yourself in where these energies come up against you, but still being open as well. King of Pentacles is associated with generosity. It doesn't mean you have to give everybody your money, but you know, be generous. Don't be afraid to be generous still, but with discernment as well. Page of Pentacles. I'll get one more after the Page of Pentacles. Right, so because we're in Virgo season, yeah, I'd say that you may only want to give a little bit because of fear of the unknown, and you don't know if it's going to backfire on you. And in this reading, I would say that giving a little bit isn't a bad thing, because Virgo, it's about taking it step by step, doing it bit by bit, isn't it? So it's not a bad thing. I mean, eventually you want to grow with it and open up more and more, but I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, giving a little bit at a time to see how it goes. So what's your advice? Your advice is to have a balance between openness and generosity, and still protecting yourself in case any shady energies come up, to be blunt. But yeah, don't be afraid to give and to share yourself with people. All you can do is try it, and then use your discernment and your boundaries to protect yourself once you do. Maybe the crystals would help if you find protective crystals, so like hematite. Bloody hell, I can't remember. You know what? I don't really use that many protective stones apart from like hematite, I guess. There's a few more and I can't think of them, if I'm being honest. I think onyx is protective. But yeah, you might want to use crystals to help protect you and to promote whatever energy. They may help you to set intentions in promoting whatever energy it is that you want to promote. Let me get you a Oracle of the Unicorns card, and that will finalize the reading for you and wrap things up, if it'll come out. The Be the Light card here, because I talked about shady energies. You would be the light in any shady energies, and I don't know how exactly. Hopefully you've got, I mean, Virgo is quite discerning and analytical, so you should hopefully know, or you'll learn how to manage certain situations. But in whatever situation comes up, you would be the light. And this is quite an earthy energy kind of card. It does feel like quite a Virgoan kind of card as well. So yeah, let's get you another card here. Right, we've got two. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. I would say that's being patient with yourself. As I said, that card came up, the Page of Pentacles, and I said, in this case, it seems like there's nothing wrong with doing it bit by bit and taking little steps at a time, rather than rushing to change things. Where, and I think I said it for Cancer as well, it's not like you're expected to 1 minute be like, 1 minute you're an introvert or keep yourself to yourself, the next minute you're out on the town every weekend with everybody, or whatever it is, dancing on a table, whatever. It's bit by bit, little bit by little bit, and you get sanctuary. Take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate or go on retreat. And that's the balance, isn't it? It's the balance between putting yourself out there and then knowing when you need to go back into your sanctuary, and making sure you have a sanctuary as well, because it can be hard, especially if you, and I'm not assuming that you're an introvert, whichever Virgos are watching this, but You may be someone who just likes your own space. It's not even about introversion. You just like your own space, and knowing that you have the balance of engaging with other people, and then you have your sanctuary to go back into when you just want to be on your own. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that made sense to you. Feel free to leave any comments if you'd like to, and thank you for watching the video. Until the next one, take care.